I'm at the eastern edge of Shenandoah National Park at the bottom of the mountain. This is Country Route 600. Yep, there's a gray ghost. And I am going to go up here a short distance and turn left on Hungry Horse Lane, and then we're going to start climbing the mountain. I'm going up this way onto Sam's Ridge Trail, looking for a couple of old homesteads up that way. The elevation here is 960 feet. Four-tenths of a mile into my hike, I'm up to 1,075 feet. And here's the trailhead for the Hazel River Trail. Up until now, I've been coming up this gravel road, and there's a sharp hairpin turn to the left, and a sign right there that says private driveway. No turnaround, no trespassing, no exceptions. So we're going to head on up this way. Okay, well, just a couple of hundred feet inside the park on Sam's Run Trail is this first signpost. So we're going to take a left. This is Sam's Ridge Trail, and from the look of the topo map, this thing looks like it's pretty darn steep. So here we go, up until we get up on Sam's Ridge. .3 miles into my hike, I'm up to 1,910 feet elevation, and I'm within about 90 feet of where the 1930s era map showed the Hawkins Homestead. I haven't seen anything yet except this ditch here. Now there was a driveway coming over here, so maybe this used to be part of the driveway or something. It's totally overgrown at this point. I'll do a 360. This area here in the vicinity of where the homestead was is fairly cleared out. So I'm going to look around a little bit. It's kind of steep though. There you can see the slope. I'm holding my camera about level. That's the slope. The trail I came in on is way up there. So anyway, I'm going to mark this with my GPS and We'll see if maybe this used to be part of the driveway. Not sure how well this is going to show up, but that's a big hole somebody dug here. That's the direction I came from, and I probably passed a half a dozen holes like this. You know, back before, I guess back before the Civil War, there was a lot of gold digging going on here in Virginia, so gold and copper and silver. This could have been somebody digging for gold. Here's another one right here. Now they dig down about 4 or 5 feet, and then that's it. I don't see. Now over there, that fold in the mountain has got to be where the creek is. There was a creek shown on the map, and the the homestead was on this side of the creek. Now all up in through here is just tremendously overgrown. I don't think I can get through that stuff, so I'm gonna go, maybe go over here as far as the creek, and then if I don't see anything, I'm just going to turn around and head back. I mean, if I saw a chimney sticking up or something, then I'd push through, but I don't really see anything up this way. See that? Except for these holes. Somebody's been digging a lot of holes here. Well, I'm about ready to turn around and head back. I did find this great big cleared out area here. Look at this. It's totally got thorny briars and everything else in there. It's really nasty. But it is odd that it's just cleared out here. And over there looks fairly flat. I'm going to walk over there. And then if I don't see anything over there, I'm going to look for the easiest way back. Let's see, I'm about 240 feet away from where the homestead was supposed to be. So I don't know. This could have been a farmed out area here back in the day. Anyway, I'm going to go over here and see if I can see anything, and then I start looking for a way to get back up on the trail, which is way up there somewhere. Okay, I think I'm getting close now. Those are daffodils. Somebody planted daffodils there. And this down here, watch, get a load of this. This area here is all cleared out and flattened off. See that? And over there's where I came from, the super gnarly area. But this is cleared out. It's almost like somebody's keeping this cleared out. And daffodils. That's a dead giveaway right there, because they don't grow wild. Yeah, I think this was it right here. Here's a big old pile of rocks. And right behind me, right here, that's the daffodils. More daffodils. And there's the cleared off and leveled off area there. So let's see, my elevation here is 1,930 feet. So the daffodils haven't quite come up yet at this elevation. But I'll walk around a little more and I'm going to record this spot. This has to be where it was because this is a great big pile of rocks here. And over there, I see more rocks. I'll check that out. That looks like almost like part of a rock wall. Note to myself, I repositioned waypoint Hawkins #1 to this big old pile of rocks. So I was wrong about that big pile of rocks being the homestead. Look what I found. Here's the corner of the house right there, and there's the chimney. Look at that. Still standing. So I'm going to reposition my Hawkins 1 to here. This is a couple of hundred, I think it's a couple of hundred feet west of where it was on the map. But anyway, there it is for sure. They don't put chimneys like that in barns, I can tell you that. And the daffodils and the big rock pile are over here. And it looks, looking at the ground, it looks like there was a road driveway that came up this way. So get some still photographs of this and do another reposition. Man, I like finding chimneys. Here's the view from the house. Back in the day, it would have been gorgeous up here. Looking down into the valley. There's a chimney. They covered it. They cut the part that was inside the house. It looks like they smoothed it over with cement or a plaster. Maybe some kind of lime plaster or something. That's looking down towards the daffodils. And over here is what kind of looks like a road coming up here. Let's call it a driveway. And then Sam's Ridge Trail's way up there. And then back to the chimney, and then that's the direction I came from. I got to head back that way. But I think I'm going to have to climb up a little higher on the mountain to get away from the thorns up there a little bit. This is a map of today's hike. It's two quadrangle maps taped together. The upper part is Thornton Gap, 1994, and the bottom section is Old Rag Mountain, 1994. And the purpose of the hike was to hike an area on Hazel Mountain inside Shenandoah, looking for a tract of land owned by Mortimer Hawkins. This is Shenandoah Historic Tract number 223. You park here outside of the park. This is a gravel country road, Route 600, and you park right along the road. There's very limited parking here. So you have to basically just pull off the road wherever you can and not in somebody's front yard and park. Then you get onto this road right here, which is called Hungry Horse Lane. And you come in, when you get to here, you go inside the park on the Hazel River Trail. You come up just a short distance and then take a left onto Sam's Ridge Trail. Now this is really steep coming up through here. Anyway, you come up here, and then when I got to this waypoint right here, I started looking for a driveway. Now I never did find a driveway, so then I just called up this point right here and bushwhacked to this area. I had to wander around this area some. It's very overgrown. There were certain areas I couldn't go because it was too much undergrowth and too many thorns and whatnot. But anyway, I finally noticed some fairly flat areas a little further to the west over in here. So I hiked over there. I found some daffodils. Now daffodils don't grow wild up here in the mountains, so somebody planted those. So I knew I was basically at the homestead location when I saw the daffodils. Just above the daffodils, there's a corner of some building which I originally thought was the house, but then just a little higher up, I found the foundation for the house. The chimney is still standing, so I got pictures of that, and then I basically came back down to my car. Now, I had marked a second location here, which was a tract of land owned by Nicholson, but I decided not to go there. I pretty much wore myself out climbing the mountain and looking around, pushing around in through here. Now let me show you how I figured out where it was located. This is Stony Man, 1929. That's where you park your car, and then you come up this. Back then this was a road, a mountain road, and that square right there was the Hawkins Homestead, just north of this creek. So I got coordinates off of this map. The other thing is, in the online records, Shenandoah records, this shows an outline of the tract of land. It was 143 acres up there. Here's the creek, and there is the house, and there's the barn. So if you take this location here and information off of this map, including some coordinates, and then you can put those onto a modern map, put you right about there. Fairly short hike. It was almost 3 miles with a ascent of 1,089 feet. And that was the hike for today.